Dr. Wonkite. I'm already into the 420, damn it.
So what are you doing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
You like music, you like weed, well, we gonna be good friends indeed. This is not much I like more than smoking trees. They'll make you dance the do-si-do and teach you how the chiba grows. Smoke a bowl on the 420 radio show. On Lifestyle Radio.
Good evening. I got an eye toke during that song. That hurts, man. What's going on? What's going on? Where is everybody?
I don't know. What are you?
I got some
DJ,
Jack. Jack Herrera makes me fucking cough.
I was sneezing.
Wolfman Jack.
Yeah, I am the Wolfman. When I first started doing the station, Len, I tried to come up with a voice, and it was like this. I was like, "Hey, how you doing? Yeah, this is the 420 radio show." That Lifestyle Radio, you're listening to, that's the voice I was using back then. But everybody said, yeah, just use your real voice. And I was like, yeah, all right. Well, I used to watch Wolfman Jack, growing up.
I can, like I say, I can sort of remember him. I remember the voice.
Yeah. No. I mean, he was on the radio when I was a kid, right? So, I mean, that's who we listened to. We had a guy in Toronto named Scruff Connors, who basically ruled the airwaves back in the day. And he's a short little Italian guy who, when you talk to him, has a lisp and everything, but then when you hear him on the radio, he's like bang on that. He's that voice, you know.
So look at fucking Ozzy Osbourne. Can't fucking make out a word he says when he talks.
But yet,
singing's clear.
Even when Sharon has said many times, when he goes on stage, he becomes Ozzy. He's not Ozzy any other time. So he's got this persona that he flips a switch on, I guess. I mean, he must, because, I mean, look at all the drugs he's done, and he still pulled it off. Did he have any really bad issues on stage ever? Did they keep it off? I know that he was a handful. I know that. But I don't know. I've seen him. I've seen him once.
He's got Parkinson's, doesn't he?
He has a weird form of Parkinson's that he's had all his life. Yeah, Marcel, I love your plants, buddy, but I'd rather see you.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm busy.
You wouldn't see me.
So I guess
I'm not dropping my headset.
I guess we'll bring up the sad fact that Dusty Hills has passed away. One of the original members of ZZ Top. So I've got a couple of ZZ Top songs loaded up, of course, because they are one of my favorites. What did you guys do this week?
I didn't actually realize he passed away.
Yeah, 2 days ago, I think, he passed away. He was supposed to go on tour, and then they found a replacement, and then he passed away. Yeah.
Another musician died this week, too, or last week.
A few musicians died this week.
A drummer from some band.
Yep.
I didn't know him.
Hey, no, drummer from not just any band, Lenny.
Slipknot, wasn't it?
Slipknot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was.
I know you're a fan of Slipknot, but I never really listened to Slipknot.
He's one of the original co-founders of Slipknot, Joey Jordan. Yeah.
You know what I find amazing about Slipknot?
And he played with Rob Zombie, too.
Is the lead singer's got an amazing voice of his own right. Even though he's yelling and screaming and stuff like that. Yeah, some of the other stuff that he's done, the ballads that he's done are fucking amazing.
He's got his own band now, Corey Taylor.
Does he?
Yeah.
Cool. I've never been a big fan of Slipknot, but they've got I think every band has one or two songs that are good.
Their music helped me through a
Except
rough time in my life.
Every song is good.
Who?
Except the Ramones. Every song is good.
Since we're talking about music, my sister got an alert today that our concert for September 22nd is a go at Scotiabank, or at the Scotia, as they call it now. So apparently on the 22nd, we are going to go and see James Taylor, Bonnie Raitt. Finally, after 2 years. So, Marcel got his new toy.
Oh, it's like that. I forgot about that.
It's the dildo show. It's the suck on your dildo show.
Jack and Scatman Crothers.
Do you know what though? This is really the problem with it is it's so smooth that you end up taking way more than you really should. Your lungs are only so big, right?
Here I
just like that penis rocket ship the guy Bezos went up in.
Yeah, eh?
Thanks. Appreciate that one.
Yeah, I figured you would.
I have a lot of because of my prior business, I have a lot of webcam girls that follow the show, and a few of them want one of these.
They want what?
A few of them want one of these. That would be an interesting webcam show, would it not?
Anyways. You guys are both giving it a grand advertisement to me at the moment. Listen to you guys gag like that.
That's because they're greedy and you take too much.
I have RSO in mine here right now. That's all I have to smoke. Well, I have hash, but
we're responsible smokers, Lenny.
I got some rosin in mine, and I don't even know what the fuck it is.
In theory, I actually have asthma, so I don't take big hauls anyway.
I can't.
Think this is Darcy's rosin.
In theory.
It was growing up, exercise-induced asthma.
Oh, okay. Sports nuts.
Fuck, man, that's what I would have loved to have for gym class.
What's that?
I'd love to have that for gym class.
It was weird. It was like, just in the end, I just couldn't catch my breath eventually. But puffers help. But it's weird. Some people's cats, holy fuck, I can't breathe.
Yeah.
So. It's weird, but I haven't had too much problems. But definitely, if you ever watch me, I can't take a full bong rip. I can't take I don't take big hauls in anything.
I can't do.
Just because of my capacity, I just can't take it in. I just won't.
I can't do dabs anymore. And the lounge kind of killed me for that. I mean, sitting there with the young kids trying to keep up, you know. Hey, look who's watching. Yeah, you see, we love you, Matt, and your dildo.
I can't share this.
Oh, we can't start. I didn't officially call it a dildo. I was more making fun of the Bezos rocket because I saw all these memes. I didn't even know what the fuck it was, and then it's what that guy went up in the rocket space with.
We can't share our Facebook link.
Why?
And already?
Because you didn't make it share.
Yes, I did.
No, you did not.
I did too. I'm gonna look right now.
I'm gonna side with Marcella. Alan.
Oh, you shut up.
I appreciated his confidence.
I have no reason to lie.
I shared it. I put your name on it and everything, Marcel.
I never even got that notification.
Well, I'm looking. I didn't either.
I apologize. I should have listened to Alan.
Lenny, have you thought about going into politics?
Actually, I voted today.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you have a provincial or a local?
Provincial.
Mm.
You want to see hilarious? Have you been following what's been going on here in Cumberland County?
No.
Mm-mm.
So, Elizabeth McCrossan was the PC member that was elected in here, and then she started the roadblock on the highway because of the bullshit, and she got kicked out. So she became an independent. Well, she's running as an independent. And I would say that her signs are, or for signage, 90% of all the signs in Cumberland right now are hers.
Wow.
She's a shot at winning.
Oh, I think she's going to.
Here's my comment on her. I think she was correct at the start, but the very next morning, when there was the uproar about This is what got everybody all sensitive.
The cat
There's
came
medication-
back the very
There's
next day.
medications not being delivered and blah blah blah. She should have just pulled it then. That's her problem. She let it go too far.
Oh, look, it's a post I can share.
What's a post? Where?
Yeah,
It finally showed up.
Yeah, because I shared it again.
Oh, well. It didn't share the first
I
time.
don't know if I
Shared
trust
once.
either one of you guys on the computer now. I'm getting
Actually, it shared on my page, not where it was supposed to.
Oh.
Are you still wearing that Montreal Canadiens finals hat, Darcy?
Where's Darcy, anyways?
I don't
I'm
know.
right here. Hey. Don't
Hey.
knock.
Hey, listen. Not every team can get to the finals.
This is it. Only two. One of them was in Toronto.
Have you been following the Olympics?
No.
Olympics
Rowan, we got a gold medal.
We've got several.
I said, in Rome, we got a gold medal.
We've had several medals.
Yeah, we've had several.
I know, but in Rome, we got a gold.
In one, I can't remember
the
who.
8-man.
I can't remember who it was, but somebody won a gold, a female, first time ever. Blah blah blah. I can't remember what event it was though. So we're all shared up now.
Yeah, I'm not an Olympics guy.
I used to. I enjoy watching tennis. Not anymore, but I used to.
I don't know. It's great for the athletes themselves and so forth, but all I see is a lot of people making a lot of money, and the athletes get shit unless they get a gold medal.
Did you watch the opening ceremonies? It was not much of anything really.
I quite frankly barely. I knew they were. I didn't know they were even on. Really.
Yeah,
Really.
they started 2 days after I found it, or before. I mean,
Where are they? They're in Tokyo, like, aren't they? Right?
yeah, Japan. Yeah,
What goes on? Kind of what during the middle of the night, anyway.
Yeah, but
3
CBC
o'clock
puts
in
it
the morning.
on all day. So whatever happens that night,
I haven't watched CBC in like 2 fucking years, so I don't know.
CBC puts in. It's great if you don't watch the news.
And TSN, though.
Yeah, but TSN is mixed. It's different times, and then one of the American channels
NBC
puts it on, but it's all American.
Yeah, I don't even watch TSN anymore. I have the MLB packet, not package, but I bought the app, so I just watch baseball games on my MLB.
That's
app.
it, eh?
I actually don't even know why I have goddamn cable, to be honest.
Binge watching baseball.
No, but that's the only real live thing I watch is baseball.
Him or so?
All right,
What is
put
that? Your rosin?
And do it up, man.
Is that what you just
Ooh,
made?
There's like a gram of fucking rosin there.
You could do it.
Go for it, buddy.
Yeah, no. That's my
You
weight.
you can
Meanwhile-
do it.
meanwhile,
I need to
cough.
get
You
that.
can cough.
Yeah, if I can cough, you can cough.
Yeah. Him or so? No, thank you, though. I appreciate that.
I think you could do it.
So, I think-
When's your concert, Al? September?
September 22nd.
Yeah, I'd say pretty good odds it happens.
I hope so. My sister said, I said, do we have to wear a mask? She says, I'll wear fucking cellophane if I have to.
She really wants to see them.
Well, I want to see him too. This is probably the last big tour that James Taylor will be doing. I mean, he's got to be 80 by now.
True enough.
Yeah, it's not my cup. He's not my cup of tea anyway.
Well, you didn't grow up with him. I did. I listened to him while I was sucking on my mummy's boobie. Actually, I didn't suck on my mummy's boobie because I'm adopted. But, you know.
Sucked on someone's boobie, though.
I sucked. Actually, no, I didn't. Because I was adopted from an infant, so there was no booby sucking until I was later in life.
No booby for you, Al.
No booby.
So
for
I
me.
was born in '74. So the shit my parents probably made me listen to the most would have been Fleetwood
the
Mac.
Monkees, Fleetwood Mac, Elton John, the Beatles.
The Beatles, everyone. Beatles,
David Bowie.
Mac. April fucking Wine was huge in my head.
Yeah, they're all right.
Um,
If you like a love song.
Matt Manglewood.
Kim Mitchell.
But they weren't big. I'm just trying to think
Oh
of
no, he
something.
was much later in life. He was in the 80s, I guess. He was.
And Lenny turned into a rebel.
Yeah.
No, but they had some cool. Like I remember, like some of the albums. Like they had like my dad had Alice Cooper, $1 Billion Baby.
Yep.
Your dad listened to the same music that I did.
Led Zeppelin too.
All our parents probably listened to the same music.
They had the Kiss Alive album.
Does he still listen to that music?
Oh yeah.
That was one of the best concerts I ever went to. Was a Kiss concert. Alice Cooper concert was good, but Kiss concert was good.
When I was
probably Fleetwood Mac is probably the most in Beatles.
My mom took me to see Jose Feliciano when I was younger. So I, in return, when I was able to, took her to see George Benson. And we saw Chuck Mangione. And we used to go and watch concerts at the Forum at Ontario Place all the time. Which, apparently, they're going to be redoing again. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah. Oh, yeah? Well, I went to a Rankins concert.
Woo, woo!
And you know what? It was actually a really good concert.
All right, here's one. First concert you ever saw, Lenny.
Me? It was like a Harley Beach thing. So the bands that played there that night, Bryan Adams was the headliner. That was at Waking Up the Neighbor. That was that massive fucking tour he had. This is my first concert though. A little band out of Halifax. Very first, really kind of just signed with Geffen Records like 2 days earlier was Sloan. They sucked. They were so bad.
They're playing up here.
I love Sloan.
They're playing up here with the Headstones next month.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite bands, but it was their first performance.
With Moist.
They were didn't do so well at that show. And who else was there? Their album was Physical Graffiti. No, that's Zeppelin. Extreme, that's who it was. They were there.
Wow, that's there. Are they even around anymore?
Steve Miller.
He's around.
Played that show.
Marcel, first concert.
My first concert that I went to was Kiss Destroyer.
Darce?
Mine was 1976.
Mine was 1999. It was Rockfest 99.
Okay, are you ready for mine? Sonny and Cher. Sonny and Cher. Yep.
You went with your parents.
I went with my mom. My mom gave us a choice, either Sonny and Cher or the Rolling Stones. We decided on Sonny and the Cher because they were the biggest thing back then. The Rolling Stones weren't even as big as Sonny and Cher back then.
Yeah. Okay, you guys screwed up.
I still haven't seen the Stones, and I probably wouldn't go see the Stones. They're not one of my favorite bands. I don't. I mean, I'll listen to them. I'll sing along to them, but I went and
I
saw.
just want to go see Keith Richards. That's it.
Just Keith Richards.
I'd like to sit down and have a joint with Keith.
There'd be more than one, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to always have more than one with me, but yeah, I would sit down and chat with him.
I sat in a mud puddle in the middle of the Halifax Common, up to my fucking almost halfway up my ankles, to watch the Rolling Stones in a fucking rainstorm.
Did you?
Yeah, I was at that show, Darcy.
Were you at that show too, Lenny?
It was fucking cold and wet.
I sat in a fucking mud puddle. I was like, oh, look at that. There's a good spot. No one's standing there. I don't know why.
Was that the one? Did Alice Cooper open for them?
No, Kanye West did.
Yeah.
And Alice Cooper.
Yeah, and Alice Cooper, yes.
Now there's a fucking wow.
Well, let's have Kanye West and Alice Cooper open for Rolling Stones. 3 completely different types of music.
Wow.
I think Sloan was even an opening act there.
4 different types of music.
I think it was Sloan.
So what
Alice
was the last?
Alice Cooper was really good.
Alice Cooper is
The last concert that I saw?
Poison concert.
The last concert I saw was Ozzy.
Was it?
Yep.
I went to the Offspring with Ben, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, in Halifax. I think it was just before the pandemic shit.
Yeah. Darcy, what was your last concert? The Rolling Stones in Halifax when you sat in the puddle.
No, it wasn't. My last concert was Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh, yeah? My last one was Loverboy. And they played in Moncton, and it was funny because it was only like 4 or 5 years ago. But it was really good. Except the last time I saw them in concert, they opened up for Iron Maiden. And it was a really good concert, but it was
Black
the same.
Sabbath.
It was
Dale
the
saw
same.
Black Sabbath.
Yeah, the same set that they did when they opened up for Iron Maiden is what they did in Moncton.
With Dion or Ozzy, Dale? We'll wait for the answer. Tick-tock,
Yeah.
tick-tock, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Ozzy.
Ozzy.
Some people say that they prefer Dion plus Black Sabbath over Ozzy.
Yeah, they're fucking wrong.
Yeah, I prefer Ozzy. I like
Yeah,
Ozzy.
so do I.
He's fucking hilarious.
You ever listen to some of his voiceovers he does for videos?
Yeah, I've heard some of this stuff, just, kicking around on Facebook or on YouTube.
There's one that I just saw the other day. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet. It's about otters or something, I think.
I like
There's the other one that does of Snoop Dogg.
Remember the BBC ones that we used to play, like every now and then?
Now here's a tough one: AC/DC, Bon Scott or Brian Johnson.
Bon Scott down.
Bon Scott.
Hands down.
I'm gonna. That's what everybody says, but you gotta give Brian Johnson a little bit of props. He's had quite the.
Oh, he does. Oh, I like it. I like it. Don't get me wrong, but Bon Scott, man.
It's not Bon Scott. I mean, he's good, and I still like them.
No, me too. But it's kind of interesting. They both had a lot of hits themselves, and
well, there's songs there that I don't think that Brian Johnson sings. I don't think Bon Scott could have.
The range is different in some songs,
the Who Made Who album, right? That's just
yeah. Oh no, I agree with you there.
It's almost like they're two different bands, to be honest.
Hillary's last concert was Iron Maiden, Alice Cooper, and Bleecker Ridge. I don't know who Bleecker Ridge is.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either.
I like Iron Maiden and Alice Cooper.
Judas Priest is coming.
I like Judas Priest.
Judas Priest would be good.
Yeah.
Yes has
Iron
got
Maiden was great in Halifax.
Yes has
Twisted
got a new
Sister.
album, I think, and Blues Traveler has got a reissue of remastered hits. Excuse me. Coming out.
Like two.
What's that?
They only have like one or two hits.
Oh no, they've got a lot.
I didn't really like Blues Traveler.
I love the Blues Traveler. I've seen them many times. Blues Traveler, Black Crows. Jesus. Black Crows did a free concert in Toronto one summer, man, and it just, the park was like loaded. Q107 put it on, and it was huge.
Then he got to see who I wanted to see, and that's the Foo Fighters. I'd love to see Dave Grohl, man.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Foo Fighters. I like Dave Grohl. He's
A new album they got. Their new album is like it's definitely not the Foo Fighters I'm used to. But
have you heard the DGs yet? Is that what you're talking about?
They're BG covers.
Yes, it's called the DGs.
Yeah.
And they're actually, you know what? They're pretty fucking damn close and good. I really enjoyed them. And I don't know how many songs they did. We'll play some next week. How's that? This week we got some ZZ Top.
I've seen the Foo Fighters 3 or 4 times.
Have you really?
They usually end up playing about 45 minutes of covers.
They also invite people to come in and play from the crowd a lot.
People do that. Green Day. A lot of people are doing that.
Do they?
Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah. But no, it is fun watching them do some covers.
They're valid.
Baker Ridge were kids out of Aurelia. Hillary thinks they were just one-night wonders.
Yeah. You know, I'm sorry, but 2012 to me, that's not a wow. 1992, that's a wow.
1982, that's a wow.
That's a wow. That's even farther.
As far as the music I grew up on, Al, was more classic rock.
Me too.
You know, like Steve Miller Band, Dr. Hook, Foreigner stuff.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, stuff like that.
Yep. Here's a question.
Yeah.
What was classic rock in the 70s?
Chuck Berry, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody just went, huh?
Yeah, it'd be like Chuck
Well,
Berry,
it would have
Elvis.
been a little bit of Little Richard, Chuck Berry shit.
Chuck Berry, Little Richard, the
Herman and
Stones.
the Hermits, yeah.
The Stones
But
would
that
be
was
in there,
only
I
one
would think.
side of- that was only one side of my
Well, maybe
family,
not.
though. Like, when I visit my mom, and then I visit my grandparents a lot, and they listen to a lot of classic, like, old country, like Hank Williams and Charlie Pride and
See, that's
Tom
the music
McWoody.
I grew up with. My
Like,
mother and father
old
both
country.
play guitar and sing. So, and it's always country. All of their friends, it was always country.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, it was easier to put on a headset and listen to Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon, or Alice Cooper.
But that. My mom listened to everything, like literally everything. My dad preferred opera, but he loved folk music. He took us to see Burl Ives and what's his name there, Pete Seeger. You know, those kind of bands. When we were kids, they would come and play at schools, and we would go see them. Yeah.
We used to have a folk festival here in Nova Scotia years ago, in a farm or on a farm.
We got the Hank Snow one, Marcel.
No, well, it's Moxham's farm, folks, or Moxham's farm, and it was the Atlantic Folk Festival.
This is my
That
date
one.
for the night, by the way. This is Leafy.
And they used to bring so many groups in every year. And then the last year they announced it was going to be the last year that they were doing it. The Hells Angels invited every biker club across the country to come, with the only stipulation is nobody could wear their colors. And you want to talk about one hell of an awesome party. Nobody was wearing their colors. It was all full of bikers and thousands of other people.
They do a lot of those at Burley Falls here in Ontario. Yeah. And the Stones has even gone up there and played. I think that's up near oh fuck. Hillary, where's Burley Falls? She'll
Hillary
know.
left.
Did she?
Yeah.
Well.
Well, she knew you were going to ask questions.
So, I was given this product today. I had to buy them, but I was told about them first and shown them. They're called Smojos.
What?
It's called a Smojo.
Smojo.
Yeah.
One second.
Yeah.
What is it?
What is it?
It's a lockable screen that's stainless steel.
Yeah.
Hard to really make it out, but anyway.
One second here, Lenny. I'll take my blur off, and you will.
Yeah,
you'll
you're
be
a
able to-
blur. Yeah, it's your blur shit.
It's the blur. 1 second.
Oh, wow.
Welcome to the Blur Show.
No.
All right.
It's a little better.
What is it? Oh, it's a bowl screen?
Yeah,
And
it's a little.
and it locks in, but doesn't it matter on the diameter?
Nope. Because they'll stretch.
You'll have to
Okay.
show us.
Looks like a tick.
It looks like a tick.
Yeah.
They lock into your bowl. So
Instead
He's
of your
got a
leg.
silver earwig.
It's a nanotech or something.
But yeah, they lock in your bowl, and I
think that's what they inject you with the vaccine. I think it comes into your neck. And,
Yeah, I already have one of them in my arm, Lenny.
Mm-hmm.
and graphene oxide to go with it.
Oh, nice. Got to get me some more here in the next 2 weeks.
All right, so tell us more about these little things. How much are
Yeah.
they?
And what are they?
There's 3 of them in a pack, and they're $15.
That's expensive screens, man.
But they don't burn out.
Were they tungsten?
They're stainless steel.
Okay.
They don't burn out. And what's it say here? Permanent smoking screens. Blocks ambers and ash. Fits most single-hole glass pipes. Won't drop out. Won't permanently clog. Surgical stainless steel.
Let me ask you a question. Have you tried it yet?
Yeah, that's what was in this. That's what's in. That's
Oh.
what that. Well, you can see how full it is. It's all hash. So I just.
Did you get one for Lenny for his new bowl?
There's already one in his bowl.
Nice, thank you.
Ooh.
So I have what's it called? A slow-mo? Or
No, Smojo.
A Schmojo.
Smojo. Did you get that from Denise?
Lenny never got to see my new ball.
Nice.
But watch this. I turn that light away some. Then it won't be so bright. There you go.
Move it closer. I want to see the eyeball.
It's cool. I've been enjoying your hash, Darcy.
Nice.
In my bomb.
Yeah, see there, Super Mario.
And tomorrow you're going to be taking a puff after work, and you're going to go, I'm Batman.
I might have to hang up Darcy and run over your house now to get that.
Awesome. It is. And hey, there's even, I'm squishing, I got a bunch of different kinds of stuff here, so I've been squishing different kinds of rosin. Look at the color of that. That's flower rosin.
See, that's what I want to do, Darcy. I want to just sit here and squish shit.
That was one kind. That was 5 grams. That's off of 3 grams, which didn't press all that great, but it's chirpy as old fuck, so I know it'll taste good. And then I'm going to press 2 more different kinds here when I'm done rolling joints. So, and then my buddy of mine stopped by the other day, and I haven't had them in years. He gave me some papers.
Marcel, look and see how much a
they're called Rizla Black.
A 10-ton press at Canadian Tire costs, would you? I can't open my browser.
At Canadian Tire?
Yeah.
You got a Princess Auto up there?
Yeah.
Go to Princess Auto. They're cheaper.
Are they?
Yes, they are. I think it's like $249.
Yeah, I was in the 300 range last time I looked.
Princess Auto is?
Canadian Tire. Yeah. Man.
So I don't know if you said it already or not, but did you let people know that Frenchie Cannoli passed away?
No, I forgot to mention it.
Yeah, well.
Frenchie passed away.
Yeah, Frenchie passed away last week. Complications due to his surgery, I guess.
Did we ever have him on the show, Marcel? I seem to think we have. No?
No.
Oh, so we had, what's his face on, the hash guy. The other hash guy.
What's
Bubble
his first
Man?
name? No, what?
Can't remember his name.
Lawrence. Cherniak.
Yeah, Cherniak, yeah.
10-ton hydraulic shop press.
Dale's asking how much the plates and controller.
My plates cost me about $700 once I got them. I ordered them off of eBay. And I got their double probe. So it
that's the same as the ones we got.
It's 4x7, so you can do 10 grams instead of 5.
That's what I want, 4x7-inch plates.
Yeah, and they heat up real quick. Like, had some issues with it though. So, yeah.
All right, Al. Princess Auto has a 10-ton hydraulic shop press for $349.99.
Yeah, it's about the same price at Canadian Tire.
I'm looking.
I'm trying to have things here at the farm for people who come to hippie camp and want to do stuff. So,
Yeah, let's talk about your hippie camp.
What's that?
You have a hippie camp.
Yeah, it's just camp spot, but it's
so
here.
On the high B&B?
Yep, it's here on the farm, and I'm gonna put it. I got it up in a high B&B now. I'm gonna put it up on Airbnb and Hip Camp as well. But I'm hoping that Elizabeth from High B&B is going to come up and hang out one day, and we're going to do a commercial for them. So that'll be fun. I like the idea of what she's doing, so I'm trying to help out. Right?
That's a cool idea.
Yeah. Yep. I have if anybody wants to check out the listing, just go to our website at 420radio.ca and wait for the hippie High B&B banner to go by. Click on it; it'll take you right to my listing. I need new pictures. What's that?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Canadian Tire has one for $2.99.
A 10-ton?
10-ton.
A red one? It's got a cage on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, it's not as heavy duty.
No, I don't think that'll work out as well, and it's taller.
So back to your penis shatterizers. So explain the contraption.
What?
Explain the contraption a little bit more.
All right, let me get back to a screen here where I can see you.
I don't have the box. Do you have the box, Marcel? I only have the case here.
So there's water in it?
Yeah,
You
can see it really well in mine because mine's dirty.
Here. So it's got water.
It heats. It goes to the
up
water.
Here.
Yeah.
So the smoke comes up out of the chamber.
Yeah.
Right. So your normal vape chamber, because you could just put this top on, or your normal top on, and just use this as a normal shatterizer. But this comes up. The smoke comes through the small tube in the middle, into the top, and then out of the water into your mouth.
Your light is right on it for some reason.
It doesn't leak water at all. It's easy to.
No, as long as you don't tip it over.
Yeah, if you tip it over, and I've got RSO in mine right now. There's an oil attachment that you can get, and the one that it comes with is a 3 coil. What do you call it?
Yeah, it comes with a 3 coil or a 3 coil or 2 coil chamber. 3 coil to me is overkill.
And if you look, it's got a stand because you really need one or it'll fall over. And it's pretty. It's magnetic. The bottom is magnetic, right? And the battery's new. The batteries are new.
It's a shorter, fatter battery.
No, it's not shorter. It's the same size.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just fatter. It's fatter. It's bigger. It's got more power to it.
Yeah.
And if you look at it turns different colors. Right.
Oh, I can see it. Oh, yeah.
But then, I mean, when you get it, you get a whole kit. So it comes with this. It comes with just a separate mouthpiece without the bubbler attachment. You still get your little container
for
the kit. Storing stash that's magnetic. The kit is really nice. Nice little zippered case.
That's what you get.
With all the pieces. And it comes with 2 coils.
2 coils, a small coil and a big coil. Yep.
Yeah, a dual coil and a triple coil.
It's got it's got a bowl for your regular shatterizing.
Yeah.
It's got a new ear cleaner, as I call them.
Yeah, ear cleaner.
Oh, Matt's gonna hate me after this.
Yeah,
please do not. Your tool, guys. Just let you know.
Yes, please do not use dab tools for cleaning your ears.
You'll puncture your eardrum or pencil erasers because we'll get them stuck.
Or give your next puff a really shitty taste.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might dab your fucking wax.
Yeah. Oh, look, I got wax.
What are you smoking, man? Some wax.
Yeah, just earwax, man.
Want a hit?
It's the new thing, It's like bath salts and earwax. That's my night.
Yeah.
Holy fuck out.
Cheers.
Cheers is right.
Earwax.
Are we ready for some ZZ Top, guys?
Sure.
All right. I got some tush.
We'll see if this gets pulled.
Yeah. This is in memory
of.
I
really drive over to Darcy's house right now.
In memory of.
We want that. I think it's awesome.
I do want that bad.
And I'll even fill up.
How long would it take you to get there?
Wait.
There and back, probably 20 minutes.
Go. Leave right now.
Phone,
come on.
right?
Go for it.
You're on your phone right now, aren't you?
I'm on my laptop.
Transfer the phone.
I'll be there. I'll be back.
Okay.
Put it.
I know you get them. I know I get them.
Put us on your phone on the way.
Take us in the phone. He'll call us. He's coming. We'll see him shortly at Darcy's place. All right. So we got some. What do we want to listen to? LaGrange or Tush first? Let's listen to some.
Your choice.
LaGrange. We'll be right back. It's the 420 Radio Show. Rest in peace.
Hey, this is Cheech. And this is Chong. And you're listening to Lifestyle Radio. What is it? Lifestyle Radio. Say it one more time. 420 Radio? Ooh.
Hang up and try again.
Enjoy the buzz of legalization with Campbellford Lifestyle Shop. From lights to plant nutrients, books, consumption accessories, and more, we've got all your basics to grow or consume cannabis. Visit our info center or take a look at our piercing services and body jewelry, now available in-store through Campbellford Lifestyle Shop, 17 Bridge Street West, Campbellford.
Rumors spreading round United Texas town about the shack outside the game. And you know what I'm talking about. Just let me know if you wanna go to that home out on the range. They got a lot of nice girls. I'm racing. Well, here it's fine if you got the time and the time to get yourself in. And here it's time almost every night. But now I might be mistaken.
That was, what was it? It was LaGrange by ZZ Top. And it's the 420 Radio Show. We're live here, 420radio.ca. And I believe that Lenny has taken us mobile.
Are you an independent musician?
How would you like to have your songs
We'll
played
listen
on
to that in the next segment. There you go. Lenny, watch out for that stop sign, buddy. If you turn us up on the stereo of the car, we can drive down the road
Can
being
you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Crank us up on the stereo and we can say hi to people as you're driving down the road. Hello!
Hey, if you get pulled over, you got to turn your camera on.
Yeah, eh?
Yeah, oh, for sure. Honestly, nowadays with police officers, I recommend recording everything.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty much advisable.
I just think it protects it protects the police officer as well, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do they have vest cams now there?
I don't know. You would think, I don't know if they do or not. They should.
I think they have them in
some
Toronto.
don't, I think. I don't think that all of them do in Nova Scotia yet.
I don't have much interaction with police officers, so I don't know.
Oh, I pretty much have zero.
Yeah, me too.
But I do think it's like for everyone's best interest, there should be recorders on them 100%.
So let's have a contest. If you can find Lenny...
you can have Marcel Shatterizer bubbler.
Before you
Dale be outside. Dale doesn't count though.
No, Dale doesn't count because Dale would just go sit in Darcy's step.
Yeah.
Marcel,
what?
I just stuffed his bowl for him, so it's got slurry paint on the bottom. It's got a great big glob of animal mince rosin.
Oh, fuck, Darcy.
So now, Dale, you need to run over there and take a picture with the three of them. There you go.
Then you'll need to take 1 or 2 puffs and put it out. So there's enough here to do my note for a week or two. Wish it only last me a week or two.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, all I've been smoking has been hash most of the week. Although I had a nice little rip Cake Crasher the other night.
That would taste nice.
Yeah.
So I went and
I do like Cake Crasher is definitely one of my favorites.
What, Gate Crasher?
Nice flavor to it. Yeah.
Cake Crasher. Yeah.
I think I've had that. Darcy, I finally got my 1,000-liter tote. Water
Did you get
tote.
one?
I got one, $203. I'm thinking I'm going to get another one because the minimum dump is $175 for a whole truckload. So
that's not bad.
Yeah, so I'll get another one, and then I'll have 2 here. I'll have enough water for a couple of months.
Now, are they clear ones, Al?
No, I got black because Al Graham went with me because he has a pickup truck, so he went with me to pick it up. And Al Graham from Pace Radio. And I asked him, do you think I should get a white, a clear one or a thing? He said black will stop the bacteria from growing in it.
It will, and it will stop the algae from growing.
Yeah. So I got a black one. If I get a second one, it'll be also a black one. Plus I have a 100-liter one that's clear. But it was here when I bought the place, so I don't know what's been in it. It'll be fine with plants, I'm sure. The ones that I got are a little bit more than you would find on Facebook. It was up on Highway 7, just outside of Peterborough, and they have them all the time if anybody's looking for them. I spent a little bit more money on it. It was $175 plus taxes and stuff because they've got a sticker right on it that's rated for food.
Food grade.
Yeah, so I know that I'm not going to end up with something. And they're clean. They don't smell of anything. They've been rinsed. So, yeah. So I'm excited about that. So hopefully by next week I'll have some water here. Because I'm up to fucking 30 gallons of fucking water now, man. Fuck.
Well, you don't realize how much water you actually use until you're in a situation like where you're in now, right?
I know.
So at the cottage, right? And you got to either plug your water in and either 5-gallon buckets or 1-gallon jugs, and then you're realizing.
Well, the good thing is the 5-gallon buckets up the road at the gas station is only $1.99 to fill them.
Geez, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so a $10 deposit and then $1.99 to fill it.
That's really good, actually.
But once I have water, I'll have probably the 2,000 liters plus 100 liter plus 27 gallon tank in the trailer itself.
Nice.
So I won't. I think I'll run out of water for a while.
How are your plants doing?
Well, this is my next question, but first I have to do this.
This is how it grew the weed.
Yellow leaves. I have one plant, and it's my Death Bubba, and I'm getting yellow leaves on it. So I've just
yellowing? Is it yellowing from the bottom up?
Yes, sir.
Is it your big fan leaves?
Yes, sir. And they're just falling off as soon as I touch them.
Well, that is natural.
Okay, I thought so.
Are you pushing here? But first, I'm going to diagnose you. Are you pushing hairs yet?
No, I don't see anything yet.
Then
Are they growing balls yet?
No. They're all clones, so I don't think that's going to happen. But they're still going up, and I've been pinching them. I'm watching. I've been watching them for girly bits.
You're not still pinching them?
No, I stopped a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
they're about 3 feet high now.
You got to give them you got to feed them some nitrogen.
I've got some feed that Kelly gave me the other day when she was at my place getting David. So I've got some stuff, but it's been raining, so I'm waiting until tomorrow because there's no rain. There was no rain today, so tomorrow it's supposed to rain. So I'll feed them in the morning, and then it'll rinse them out during the day. Right?
What kind of food?
I don't know. It's whatever they had because I never heard anything from anybody else. Michael's been using it, and it's been working really well. And I'm just on the veg stuff, so I don't know what I'll do for the next one. Oh, look!
Darcy's at Darcy's house.
Dale, go over right now, quick, buddy.
Dale should have already been there.
Light it up, buddy.
Awesome. I'm heading back. It's pretty full. I see that. You gotta enjoy it.
Don't forget for a Timmy's. Don't forget your Timmy's on the way, buddy.
Thanks, Darcy. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.
This thing is super cool.
Okay, excuse my head a minute. I just dropped a doobie. Here it is.
As soon as I seen it, I was like, Lenny.
That's funny. He lives that close, eh?
Well, across the river.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a bit of a drive.
Now watch Dale walk in.
He's coming. He can go home. He'll sneak back home in the back way, and he'll be home in about 15 minutes.
I don't even 10. I think the max.
I think that's all it takes for 10 minutes. Yeah.
Well, truck started. Start the counter.
Yeah. 8:55.
8:54.
Oh, my computer's fast then.
Will you smoke that tonight?
What's that? Oh
yeah.
He's going to smoke that as soon as he gets home.
Guy owns
it's
a fucking LP and
the
he
flavor
hardly
that's going to come
smokes.
off, that's going to be ridiculous.
I don't get that, But
depending if my kids are there, I might even rip it when I get in the house.
Do you smoke around your kids?
No.
Even outside?
Jesus.
They know I do, but they don't really they don't watch me or they don't see me do it.
Yeah, David and Emily, they've been grown up around it, so it's just like, that's their medicine. What's the big deal? It's no different than somebody having a cigarette to them.
Hey, Al.
Yo.
My kid's 19 turning 20, and I still don't smoke in front of him.
Really?
Yeah.
I know a few parents who have teenagers that don't indulge or even talk about it around them that are in the business.
But the thing is with him is ever since he's been of age to understand what it was, he's always known it as my medicine, so he never touches it, right?
Yes, our kids.
And then he got older, and then I explained to him, obviously you're 16, 17, you're going to be curious. You get, with your friends and whatnot, but, just let me know first. And no, he has no interest.
My mom, when I was 12 years old, my mom, after I got caught partying, my mom said, I know you're going to want to experiment. Just please do it at home so I know you're safe. And I say the same thing to the kids, and that's what I did. We always partied at home. My mom bought me my first case of beer to take to a fucking party. Parents are different now. We're talking the 60s, 70s here, where when we walked to grade school, kindergarten, we walked through a hydro field on our own. You don't do that now, right? The kids are with their parents. They get dropped off. They get bussed.
Yeah.
Honestly, more than anything, my kids are almost polluted by the school system, like smoking bad.
Yeah.
I honestly I think it offends them if I smoke.
Yeah.
Now they know I smoke. Like I have a PAX vaporizer, and once in a while I do smoke that in the house, and it does still stink. They smell it. They're not like
that vaporizer smell.
Yeah, no, but they know I do it. Look, fuck, my garage is a big fucking bong out beside the barbecue.
And 2 grow tents.
and 2 grow tents. Yeah, it's like they know it. I don't know. I just don't do it in front of them.
Yeah.
You got any plants
No,
over your back?
I drink the cannabis drinks in front of them.
Do you?
Actually, both of them had a sip of it already. So like I don't know why. I just don't smoke in front of them, to be honest. I don't know why, really.
I have, like I said, I have a few friends that are in the industry that don't consume in front of their kids, but yet but they grow. They're sitting in their backyard, so their kids walk past them all the time.
Yeah, I think they're just more
paranoid
from the school. I think more from the schooling. They're like kind of programmed smoking bad. Don't smoke.
Well, it's the good thing is it's not the weed smoking. It's smoking, period.
Smoke in general. Oh yeah, no, it's not just weed.
Yeah.
But they're just like, don't smoke anything. So
I think that makes it okay.
They'll get over it.
Yeah. Like David,
they'll get over it eventually.
David is 15 now, and I've asked him a few times. I've been sitting there, and I've actually looked over and, are you ready? And he's like, no, he's just not ready. He'll be ready when he's ready, and that's fine. But he knows that if he wants to try it, he just has to speak up, right?
Lenny, when it comes to your cannabis beverages that you get, is there a limit of how many you can buy?
Hey, good question.
There is some story, but it's based on the dried flower equivalents. You're only allowed 30 grams on your possession or a day or whatever. So it depends on what it's. I think I can get 6.
5.
Depending on which one I get.
5. We've just found out it's 5.
According to this, is
depends on the one you get. It's because houseplant, they're only 2.5 fucking milligrams. They're weak as fuck.
So it's by the milligrams.
No, every cannabis product gets designated a dried flower equivalent, and it's based on mills or something like that, right?
Somebody's got a job. Somebody got a job for that. Fuck. Holy.
Yeah, but no.
Okay. Here's what it says. It says a standard 355 millimeter can has the equivalent of 5.5 grams of cannabis. I'm gonna call bullshit.
Oh no!
Because a whole gram of oil can be made from 5.5 grams of cannabis, and there's not a gram of oil in that.
It's got nothing to do with how much actual THC's in it. It's based off the mill. It's fucking makes no sense at all.
That's just retarded.
I went to the liquor store today to try to get some product, and they were all sold out.
Oh, of which one?
I went to go get East Can's Crunch Berry, and there was none there. They were all sold out. I wanted to try it and see what it was like. That one, and they also have the mint chocolate chip.
So let's go back to my yellow leaves, guys.
Yes, nitrogen.
The water that I've been giving them is rainwater or bottled water.
fine.
So
yeah, you're fine.
Your rainwater would probably be better because it's going to be a little lower pH than your bottled water. Your bottled water is going to be probably between 7 and 7.5.
So
your rainwater is probably going to be.
What kind of bottled water? Depending on the bottled water, Aquafina tests at 4.2.
It's just regular PC spring water. Should I use distilled? Should I use distilled?
4.2?
Between 4.2 and 4.4.
Should I use distilled water or spring water?
Distilled water, right. I wouldn't use distilled water, Al, if possible, unless you're flushing, for the fact that distilled water has nothing in it, and you need some of them, some of the minerals.
So
right?
spring water's better.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's been raining.
Rainwater, spring water.
So
rain.
Just pull off the yellow plants and let them go.
Actually, the best way, but the best way to collect your rainwater, Al, here's a little project for you.
I'm actually buying a rainwater collection bin. They're $79.
Okay. Now, first you're going to build yourself 2 4x8 platforms.
Yeah.
And you're going to grow moss on them.
Okay.
As the rain fills up, as the rain washes over them, or as you pour water over them, it's going to filter. And as it comes out the other end, it's going to filter it and out all the bad stuff, and it's going to have all the good minerals with it.
Well, you have to send me some plans for that.
Yeah.
I
want to build one. I want to build one so bad. I seen one the other day when I was zooming through online, and I was like, "Fuck, that's awesome!" And then I read up about it, and that's what they do. They put moss on it, and when they
filters
filter,
through.
Yeah, and
you can do that with a tin roof as well.
Yeah, because moss is a super filter, right?
What I'm going to do with the shed is extend one side of the.
Literally pulling in my driveway just for the time or something.
I'm going to extend one side of the roof, but and kind of like, so you got the roof like this, right? A regular roof, an A-frame, and then I'm going to go just on a little bit of an angle and extend the roof as for water collection. And then put a pipe there that collects it, and then it'll go right into a collection bin, and then that will be for the outdoor bathroom over by the shed.
Your rain gutter, just get.
What about for your plants?
I have one over here for that. I'm doing that over here. I'm getting an actual bin with a cage on the top of it, Marcel.
Oh yeah.
So Darcy, this thing is so deep. Will it even bring the flame down that far?
Oh, it sure will.
Okay.
Yes, it will. My Super Mario one's the same way.
All right. I was like, man, that's fucking deep.
He's not even getting out of the car. He's going to hot box.
It depends on how hard you suck, Lenny.
I'm going to have to suck hard.
It's the Lenny party bomb.
You got to put your camera on and show us.
Oh yeah, I'm going to put it in the thing right now. I'm trying to get my Wi-Fi back. I don't have my data fucking build this fucking union.
I finally got a questionnaire from Starlink asking me questions, and so I'm hoping that that means that I'll be getting a Starlink soon. I can't wait. I keep using up all my fucking data on the goddamn phone. There you go. I'm Batman.
Right on.
I'm
barbecue that fucker up.
Puff, puff. Keep it to yourself.
Hey, Caroline.
Or did he freeze?
I think he froze.
Yeah, me too.
He was trying to get his Wi-Fi. I'm going to roll a joint here.
He laughed.
he lost him because his Wi-Fi.
Yeah, his Wi-Fi died.
But, so no, if you look online out for some old rain gutter.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what to use. I got PCV pipe. And then you cut a 40 to 45 degree angle chunk out of it, and then you just screw it right into the gutter area, and then you put just a drain attachment, cap one side, a drain attachment. It goes right down a hose into your water collection.
See, if you had your pond cleaned out, you could get 2 pieces of old rain gutter, cap both ends, fill them full of clay pellets. And you could grow your strawberries floating on your pond.
It's not big enough, and I've just started actually clearing out all the goldenrod.
Nice.
Yeah,
goldenrod or a cattail?
No, the cattails I'm leaving. I'm clearing out the goldenrod.
Because your whole pond is now nothing but cattails, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So your pond's probably no more than 3 feet deep.
No, it's deeper than that. They told me it might be as deep as 20 feet.
Ooh.
But I don't know. I haven't gone.
Sediment in there.
There is some scum on the thing there, but once all I'm doing right now is clearing out around it, and then I'm going to put in a bubbler with it's just
aeration?
floats there. Yeah, it aerates it and it lights up, so it'll just be like a big.
Do you still have open water?
There is some open water, yeah.
Oh, is there? Okay,
Yeah.
because the pictures looks like it's completely covered.
No, it's not. It's not. I'll take a picture tomorrow up higher, and you'll see that you can actually. There's floating shit in there. There's probably a body or two. Yeah, you know.
I wonder if you actually have any fish in there, Al, or was that just no irrigation pond?
You know what? I have no idea, buddy. There's a lot of old hoses around and
Likely
wood.
irrigation pond.
Yeah, there's some buckets that they would have used and some hoses and stuff. So yeah, they used it as an irrigation farm.
Yeah,
Right.
see, that was an irrigation pond.
We didn't see or hear the coughing.
My Wi-Fi in my garage didn't work so well, but I took a quick rip off her.
All right.
Tastes good, don't it, Lenny?
Yeah, you can tell.
Did it work?
It's like he walks into that house.
Hard on it.
He walks into the house and it's like, "Oh, hi, Daddy."
Actually, they're all out. I don't know where the fuck they all were. I was like, "This is perfect."
Oh, bonus.
Once you
I got some.
Once you start hauling on that, Lenny, it'll stay going, right?
Yeah,
that's what I'm.
No, it was good. It was good, but you really did have to like the deep chamber.
Urkel.
Yep.
Stuck on her.
You will have to just remember that hash is on top of a blob of rosin about a 0.3.
I'm aware. I could tell.
I could tell. So, like I said,
I'm aware.
once that rosin melts down through all that slurricane flour, that'll smoke forever. Because that hash bubbles
cool.
that hash bubbles like crazy too. So, yeah, no, that's why I feel up every day I get home from work.
I don't know if anybody noticed. I want to make sure that people know that the Fungus movie is now on Facebook, or sorry, on Netflix.
I've seen that.
I can't remember what it's called. Paul Stameti's in it, or Paul Stemis, or whatever his name is. There, the mushroom guy is in it. He narrates it. I think. I'm gonna put it on when I have people here to watch it. Right, but I'm gonna watch it myself tonight. Maybe. It's supposed to be very, very enlightening. So, do you know what I'm talking about, Marcel?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
Fantastic Fun Guy.
That's it. Yeah. So it's on Netflix right now, and I'm told that if you are a psilocybin enthusiast, mushroom enthusiast, you should watch it. Like, this guy is supposed to be like the brainiac on the subject, right? So,
well, there's trailers.
Still trying. I don't know anybody who knows him. Well, yes, I do. Paul knows him, but we'll try and get him on the show one day. Maybe with Paul Hartman, we'll get him on the show. We'll get them both on the show. That would be a good show.
Yeah.
Paul apparently has left Jamaica to come to Canada to grow mushrooms.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yep, legally. And I'm working with Jack on getting a Section 56 so that I can medicate with mushrooms with my doctor's approval.
Grow your own in your apartment.
Well, I'm going to grow my own in my apartment anyways.
Yeah. You just need a dark closet with a low watt light and
I have
constant temperature.
And is it something that I can like leave for a few days and then come back and check on it?
You can actually leave it for a few weeks and come back and check on it.
Good. So we'll
as long as you keep it damp and moist, they will grow. They are a fungus.
I have mushrooms growing all over the place around here, but I'm not touching them.
Why not?
Because I don't know the difference between what, but they're all over the place.
Well, learn.
Just
Take
in-
pictures
in-
of them
in the
and go and
grass.
Google them and figure out what you got. You might have magic mushrooms growing everywhere.
Well, there's a lot of them.
If it was an old farm field and with cows and anything like
That's
that.
exactly
yeah.
what it is. And when they dug up the ditch for the hydro, you could smell it. You could smell the old poop.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Then you probably got all kinds of really nice psilocybin growing in your own yard.
Woohoo! We're gonna have to get that book. I think they have it over at Wayne's at Campbellford Lifestyle Shop there. I'll have to go over and see.
Are we going to talk about the big raid that happened this week?
You mean the raid that was more of a fluff
I gotta read
piece?
it. I gotta read you the tweet that came
you
out.
read it. You read it, and then we'll talk about the article because I know these guys, and I know that they wouldn't do this intentionally, but it's worked out this way. So, anyways, go on.
Big Mike says breaking news at Champs Trade Show raided by DEA today. The DEA busted in on one of our industry's better shows and halted the show. First, they didn't allow anyone to enter the show, and once they did, the DEA shut the doors and held the vendors in their booths. They issued warrants and arrested vendors who were selling and marketing their Delta 8, SRLTA10, and THCO products.
I just want to say that that's about as fake news as you can fucking get.
Yeah. So then, of course, that sends out a whole bunch of tweets saying Champs getting raided by the FBI and the DEA for Delta 8. Yada, yada, yada.
So do you want to tell them what really happened?
Yeah. And then they find out the truth. And the tweet comes out and says, now that the smoke clears, the DEA and FBI were not present at the Champ show today and did not arrest anyone. The officers on scene were, in fact, Las Vegas security guards.
They weren't even cops.
So clarification, it wasn't the state AG, it was the head of the LVCVA who was handed, unprompted mind you, a non-infused gummy sample. The problem was that it was food, and all food and drink must be served by center plate, caterer for all food inside the convention center. It was a contract violation with the LVCVA, and because of the D8, D10 ban, the executives were walking the floor and just happened to get handed food. Bad coincidence. No one was arrested. DEA and FBI are not on site. LVPD undercovers do walk the show floor, but are there mainly to ensure compliance with the local requirements. D8 and D10 are banned under Nevada law, but not the reason for the LCVA freakout.
Why? Why are those two cannabinoids now outlawed, and why are they doing that?
I don't know. But
What's
that's Nevada.
what's so big about D8 and D10?
Well, D8, I mean, Delta 8 is another THC, but it's derived from hemp, and it doesn't have the same psychoactive properties that Delta 9 has because it doesn't convert to hydroxy-11 in the liver.
Like CBD.
No, like Delta 9 THC.
Oh.
CBD doesn't convert to hydroxy-11. So it's just another form of THC that has some psychoactive properties to it, but it's being mass marketed as the end-all be-all because they can make so much of it.
Fuck.
Because it's basically coming from hemp. So they can grab their CBD, grab the Delta 8, market the Delta 8 for vape pens or edibles in the Canadian market.
Wow.
But it's not the same feeling, effect, or anything else.
It's just a money maker.
And it doesn't last near as long.
Wow.
So I have no idea why they would ban Delta 8.
Is it banned here?
Well, it here just still falls under classification of THC. Because it still is a THC derivative or compound.
Okay.
Right? So it's like... So they don't really differentiate between THCA, THCV, Delta 8, Delta 9, D10.
It's just a cannabinoid.
It's just THC. Yeah. But the fake news that happens, and I mean, so we were talking about this before the show started.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's a matter of why would somebody put out something like that as fake news?
Well,
and I mean, only two things pop in my head: guy's an idiot, or two, it was done on purpose to draw attention to the champ show.
Well, and it makes sense that the latter is maybe not intentional, but the spiral turned into that, because that is the way it's written, is a fluff piece to draw attention to Champ's trade show. Period. That's my opinion.
It's a clickbait.
Yeah, it's a clickbait. Yeah, and that's not saying. I mean, I've been to a Champs here in Canada, and it's a great show. They put on one of the best shows, but it's a very U.S. commercial run outfit.
Right. But even the title of this article that it explains the whole thing that they weren't rated. The title is still Breaking Champs Trade Show Being Searched for Delta 8 THC products.
And that's somebody who went to journalism school. That's somebody who went to journalism school that learned about clickbait.
Yeah.
That worded that. And that's just, I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's just a coinky dink, but that's what I feel it is. You know, and I mean, I go through, like Marcel, I go through news like by the bucket load every day. So you kind of learn what's, you know, clickbait and what's not. There's not a lot of clickbait now. Now it's called junk or fake news.
Yeah. It's fake news, isn't it? Well, that's pretty much all
Speaking of fake news, what happened to Trump? Where has he gone?
Blocked by every social media link.
He rode off into the sunset.
He's in Florida. Working on his tan.
He's planning his next move.
Marcel just disappeared into his forest.
Yeah. I'm typing.
You know, one thing that I'm really noticing about my plants, the size of the pot really distinguishes the size of the plant.
Yep.
Now, question. Is it too late for me to transplant to bigger pots if I wanted to?
Nah, not really.
No?
Just don't do it on a hot day. Make sure, like, do it on a day you get 2 or 3 days of rain.
Okay.
So that way there you know your root system will be nice and not wet but damp, so they can grow new root hairs.
Or is it better just to leave them?
I mean, you can leave it. I mean, you'll still get bud, but
so my plants are in 45-gallon pots. I went out and I thinned them this week to get off all the big fan leaves, get some airflow in around there because they're all.
Should I start doing that as well now, Marcel?
I mean, do you have a lot of growth on them? And
the leaves are starting to get pretty big. Yeah.
I normally wait until they start to flower.
Okay.
I do it just to get airflow in around the plants. But my 45-gallon pots, the roots have grown through the bottom and are into the
ground now.
Into the ground. So what I do is I twist the pot to snap the roots off.
Is today the 20-year anniversary of medical cannabis in Canada?
I think it is, Lenny.
I don't know.
I thought that was in June, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Let's find out.
Something else for him to Google.
MMAR.
I'm a MMAR. Well, I was. Anyways. I got that from Dr. Cameron's. My MMAR.
All right. Just tells me 2006. Yeah, June 26. No.
June 26th. Okay.
No, sorry, it's not. That's an amendment date.
This is a Freya's webpage claiming it is.
It could be because Yeah.
I just used up half my all of my data, and I had to add some data to my data, so I'm back.
I was gonna say, are we done?
No,
I didn't know where
no. The good thing is if I do it fast enough, it just all kicks back in. So, hi, we're back.
So now you pay extra for this extra data?
Yeah, another $20.
And how much do you get it for $20?
3 gig.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've only got to go until the 3rd, so I'm good. That'll last me.
I've never used my data in a month.
Well, I'm paying $100 a month for 80 gig, and I'm using it.
You're using 80 gig. I've got 17 gig, and I don't use that.
When I'm here, it's the
8.
When I'm here, it's the only data I have is on my phone. So yes, I use it.
Now, how much does the show eat up, Al?
I had 2.98 before we started, and I just got the alert that I used 100%. So probably between 3 and 6 because of all the video. But as soon as I get my Starlink, we'll be broadcasting from a satellite.
Well, see, I'll start using more data because once the weather gets nicer, I'll take the TV out into the gazebo.
I thought you were going to do that this weekend.
We've had
Weather
rain
has
all
been
week.
nicer.
Oh, has it been?
I'm waiting for nice weather.
It's been pissing rain
nice
here a
weather
lot.
now.
Yeah, it's been pissing out rain here a lot.
We have no forest fire warnings or anything here.
We've got forest
I have a
fires
perfect lawn.
burning in northern Ontario right now. We've got some forest fires going. I don't know how they're doing because it has been raining.
Normally, this time of year, we've already had forest fires, and my lawn would be brown.
Last weekend when I had David here, we had several days where it looked foggy, but it wasn't foggy. It was smoke from the fires.
We haven't had any of the smoke come low. We've had it up high.
Yeah.
And it makes for a hazy day. But
And bad air.
Pardon?
And bad air.
Yeah, well,
we had an air quality advisory the other day from them.
We always get it, but the advisory is only if that cloud cover starts coming closer to the ground.
Yeah,
that smoke is up pretty high when it's going over us because it's up.
True enough, it is, yeah.
But if we get rain, which we've been getting a lot of, when that smoke is going over, then that smoke is getting driven down.
Oh, yeah, it sucks right down to the ground.
Which will increase the acidity of that rainwater. So
I've not seen it on low since I've been up here, and it's been low for about 3 weeks now. Well, 2 anyways. It's been like I had a swimming pool in front of the trailer there one day because it was raining so much it just came down the hill and just keeps going, you know. It's kind of cool.
But even with all the rain we've been getting, and that was the other reason I took a little leaves off, was to try and get more rain into the pots.
So should I, if they come off easy, take them? If they don't, leave them, kind of thing? Is that basically what you do?
No. What you should do is you should get yourself a good set of trimmers.
I have.
And snip it off as close to the plant as possible.
And leave the stem?
No. That's what you want, is you want to get that stem off right as close to the plant as possible.
Well, the stem, any leaves that I've pulled off have come off very easily. I have not had to pull them or anything. They just come off on their own.
The whole stem included, right?
Yes, everything.
Right. But what you don't want to do is snip off a stem and leave an inch of stem sticking out.
That's not what I'm doing. No, I'm not doing that.
No, you make sure that when you take a leaf stem off, it's as close to that branch as possible.
Yeah, okay.
Because anything that you leave out molds.
Well, mold, Al.
Okay, so I should clean out all the leaves that have fallen off on their own and they're laying in the bucket and that kind of thing?
Always. Never
Okay.
leave them laying in there.
All right.
All you're doing is promoting. People say leave them there because it's nitrogen. The amount of nitrogen you get out of them isn't worth the amount of bugs you're going to end up with.
Okay.
Not just that, if you have a powder mildew outbreak and you don't know, you're just putting it into your ground now.
Yeah.
I have not, thank God, knock on wood, I have not seen any white stuff at all. The only thing that I found on the property that could be of any negative is one of my trees now has webs on them from the caterpillars. So I'm going to cut that tree down and it'll be done.
Don't cut down the tree, just cut down the branch. Cut off the branch.
No, it's they've killed it. They've killed this one.
The whole tree got infested.
Yeah, the whole
Right,
tree is
but-
just infested.
But ideally, when you cut the branch off with that nest of caterpillars, you burn it.
I know, but this
Now
tree
you're
is
gonna have
not.
to burn the whole tree.
It's not doing very well, so I'm just going to take it out and put a new one in, introduce a new one.
Burn the whole tree.
Yeah, because it's the only one that has it. Like, I'm not even going to drag it through the fucking pasture. I'm just going to pick it up and throw it in the fucking fire when we do it.
Well, burn it before they turn into worms.
Okay.
Because if you get them early enough, they're still tiny little black dots.
Okay.
That's the best time to burn them off.
Okay, well, I'll be doing that this week.
Once they start getting the worms, they'll start to run, and they'll head to your other plants.
All right. Okay. I don't really have to worry about the pot at this point, like because it's very bitter for bugs and that now, right?
Mm-mm. Bugs will still eat at it.
Yeah, but rodents won't.
Oh, some will.
Okay. I got some
Cannabis outside. Growing
Got some-
cannabis outside is an adventure because you have everything that wants to eat your plant.
Yeah.
And then you have a two-legged thing that runs around out there that wants to steal your plant. So,
yeah.
Two-legged.
Yeah.
Oh, birds.
yeah, no, people.
Oh, yeah, those two. I've got some really big bouncers around here, big bunnies around here. They're fun to watch. Yeah, they're fun to watch with the babies.
They like your plants?
No.
Really? Good.
Yep.
Maybe they don't know they're there yet.
That picture I took the other day was sitting about 15 feet from my plants, just sitting there staring at me as I was staring at it.
Cool.
Just, they don't even bother. They sit under my car and they soak
You have
up
the
the
first.
sun.
I think you have the first rabbits in history that don't eat wheat plants.
Yeah.
Well,
they just
we
don't
can
know
hope.
they're there.
They don't know they're there. So they've got enough here to eat on their own. I don't think they need it. So they don't bother with it.
Yeah, plant a garden. Go ahead, plant a garden. Put some lettuce and some carrots and stuff.
No, I know. I know. I didn't even bother doing that. The only thing I put out was tomatoes, and because they were given to me, and I've got a blackberry bush that was given to me as well. So that is out as well. That's the
What's
only
the
thing.
blackberry bush doing?
It's doing blackberry bush stuff.
Just doing blackberry bush stuff.
Is it growing?
Yes.
That's awesome, Al.
Yes, it's trying to attach itself to things.
Oh, good. Let it go.
Yeah, I'm going to.
It's going to overtake everything.
No, that's
You'll be
okay.
cutting it
It's
back.
it's going up on the fence line, so that's what I want it to do.
All right. And then how's your tomatoes doing?
The tomatoes are doing better today than they were yesterday. It rained while I was doing other stuff, and then when I came to check on the tomatoes, they were kind of sagging and shit. But there are some tomatoes growing on it. I believe Kelly said they're bell tomatoes, which I don't eat anyways, but it's fun trying to grow them.
Well, bell tomatoes, yellow ones.
No, they're red.
Oh, are they?
They're coming out as yellow though.
Here's a cool trick with tomatoes. Yellow tomatoes aren't near as acidic as red tomatoes.
Nope, neither are the orange ones.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan of tomatoes.
No, neither am I.
But
It gives me
only
bad heartburn.
because, it's because of the acid. But the yellow tomatoes and the orange tomatoes, I haven't eaten a lot of orange tomatoes, but the yellow tomatoes are way less acidic, but still have that tomato flavor.
Oh,
okay. I usually grow the orange ones, but I couldn't get any seeds this year because everything was bought out because COVID, and people just thought that the end of the world was going to happen, so they were going to go garden.
But Christy and I have been noticing this when we're driving around, because we've been going around to a few of the places that we haven't been to in a long time. And one thing about this whole lockdown crap, people have gotten some nice yards now. Flowers and flower beds all done up. Their gardens look, I mean, some places that looked like total dumps before are immaculate. Because people had all that free time to spend at home.
And cleaning their yard.
Gardening. Like Al did.
Like I did, yeah, cleaning out my yard today. Even did Wayne took a dump run out today too. So.
Oh, I got a sunflower growing.
I didn't get any sunflowers out this year. I was so pissed off, man.
Kinds.
I bought three or four different kinds of sunflowers, and I never even put them out.
I never planted any. I just have one. The birds must have dropped a seed. And
I planted
growing nice.
I planted about 100 sunflowers, and I got about 20 of them.
Really?
Yeah. The deer only ate about 6 of them, though. So I'm lucky there.
Is it Onslow?
Yes, it is Onslow, Marcel. Out at River Breeze Farms, they grow a whole big field of them out there.
You want to see the sunflowers? They've got black sunflowers.
Yeah, I even got some of those seeds. I got black, I got regular, and I got king.
We drove by there today, and I couldn't believe some of the sunflowers they've got there.
They go 10 feet high, some of those things.
14. Well, I got ones here that'll grow 14 feet tall.
Wow.
But they got so tall already that the heads on that they fell over, and they snapped the stalks off, and it's too windy where they're at.
Well, I'm gonna have
stake them with 20-foot stakes.
Which I don't got.
Where I don't have sunflowers this year, I will have next year, but I will have lots of bulrushes available if anybody wants to buy any.
Who would want to buy bulrushes? Is there a market?
People like them.
Actually, there is
in vases and stuff. Yeah.
Same as them pond lilies, Marcel.
Yeah.
Yep.
Same as, we see them as weeds out in the fucking dead waters and the lakes out home all the time. But those things they fetch big money. They're like $20 and $30 a piece.
Yeah, I figure I'm gonna
row out and fill a boat full of them, just take them to shore and throw them in the woods.
Yeah, and they're all over the place here, all over the place. I
love now that I'm older. I love the look of them flowers.
I don't have any lilies in my pond, but I'm going to get some because I found frogs today. So frogs will get some lilies next year.
No, what I would do with your pond is I would take a backhoe and clean out half of the lilies or half of the.
That's what I would like to do eventually. Yes, but it was put on the back burner for this year.
Strip out the bottom of that pond and see how deep it actually is.
Yep.
And see where the water's coming from.
I want to. It's all. I don't know where. It could be a spring. I don't know. But I need to tie a rope on a brick and throw it in and see how long it takes to go down to the bottom, kind of thing.
Does the water come out of the pond anywhere?
Nope. And it has not overflowed since I've been here in the rain. But there are areas where it gets really mucky down. Like the fire pit will actually fill right up with water if it rains pretty heavy here.
Oh, really?
Yep. I'm on a natural aquifer that flows down into a river pond kind of thing, marshy area out a few hundred yards back behind my place.
Okay.
Are the ducks down in there, Al?
In my pond?
No, down in behind you.
I don't know. You know what? I've not been down there. It's too. I'm not going to break my other shoulder. I'm not going in there.
Don't do that, Al.
You were on steps when that happened.
No, I was going over a tree on steps when that happened.
That's what I mean. You were on steps when that happened.
Yeah.
Should have videotaped it.
All I got is a picture. Sorry.
And the screen.
You gotta get yourself a GoPro, Al.
I have one.
Well, you gotta start wearing it.
I have the Sony version of a GoPro.
What?
I have a Sony.
What's that?
It's I can't remember what it's called, but it's the Sony version, a Sony camera version of a GoPro. It's got a waterproof case, and you can go underwater with it. And has all the attachments and shit. Put on your dash.
You can swim with the fishies.
Yeah, but no thanks. No, I'm. You know what? I'm just manicuring everything right now, and I'm going to hopefully clear out some of the pond next year. I might just rent a backhoe. I got a buddy who's a heavy equipment operator, so I got a few. So.
Few options, Al.
Options. There's lots of options here. It's getting chilly.
That it is. I don't know.
I don't know what the temperature is here now.
Well, I'm kind of chilly because I'm sitting in a tent. You ready for your cuttings there, Darcy?
My who what?
Look at the chat.
It's 16.
Oh, yes. Well, you want to drop them off on the doorstep, I'll take them.
Was he not allowed in?
He never comes past the doorstep.
Why?
I don't know. You have to ask him that question.
Wow.
Dale?
He's never been in your house?
I think once.
Really? So you mean I could wait outside? I wouldn't have to go in?
Marshall, don't be a dick.
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, for you it's not.
Oh, fuck.
Come to think of it, I wasn't invited in either when I was there.
Weren't you?
Nope.
I said I was never invited.
All he said was, Al, get this corner and lift it and put it into the truck. We were putting his chair in the truck.
Scooter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that.
I needed meat for the barbecue that night.
Meat.
So I went with them. Yeah.
Chrissy was stunned that I was such a short visit today.
Well, you were in. You came in. You grabbed your light. I turned around. You were gone.
Yep.
Everybody's running away from you today, buddy.
Yeah, I guess so.
He says he's been in more than that.
Oh, full baloney.
I'd be like, every day I got to squish something, Darcy. Move over.
Hey, the press is there if he ever wants to use it.
Now he's going to go, I didn't know that. I'll be right over.
Yeah. What am I doing with myself?
So, any festivals going on out that way? Have they kiboshed everything? They're starting to come now here. Peterborough's got a bunch. They got Sloan and Moist and a whole bunch of other bands. Headstones.
Only Trudeau can say Moist.
Yeah, Mr. Moist and Lightly.
I don't get this. What's his whole thing about moist? Everyone's going on about it's such a horrible word and shit like that. It's moist.
It was some movie or some girl. I can't even remember. I don't like the word moist.
He was speaking moistly.
Oh, no, the Trudeau reference.
Yeah.
The Trudeau one is moistly. That's...
Yeah, I don't know, but just when did moist become a bad word? Is what
is it? It's a bad word. And when who's this Karen chick?
My mother-in-law.
Karen started out as the HR person.
Oh, is that the name of the chick that worked for Trump or something?
No. What a Karen is
she's my mother.
Karen.
Let's try to explain.
Well, I just want to know what the fuck. What did somebody kill Felicia?
No.
Bye, Felicia.
That has nothing to do with that. A Karen is basically it's the one that looks for the manager.
Oh, excuse me. I'd like to speak with your manager, please.
Yeah,
that's a Karen.
It's usually get me your manager.
Oh, okay.
There was a really good video of two Karens going at it the other day. One calling the cops, and the other one pepper spraying her.
Well, it was funny because I had to laugh. I was getting my oil change. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And the lady in front of me, the guy, whatever, did the work. And first thing is like, geez, that's expensive. And he hands it. She pays, hands her the bill. She's like, do you mind if I sit here and review it? And he's like, no. Anyway, she sat there and read the entire bill and invoice down. Like, I'm paying mine, just watching her and laughing. And then when she went out, she was like, examined her. I think she had some new wipers going, but she's like in there testing all the wipers and shit. And it's like, holy fuck, paranoid. Like she was just a Karen. She's a true Karen.
Oh. But the Karens actually started out working in HR years ago.
Yeah.
So basically what it's turned out to be is Karen is a polite way of saying cunt.
Ah, okay. I
When
get
you
it.
Get right down to the nitty gritty.
I get it.
Yeah, you're being a Karen.
Okay.
So it can fit for guys too, because some guys can be Karens.
What's the male version of Karen?
Somebody said it was Dave.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fucking hilarious.
Dave.
Dave's not here, man.
Dave's not here. Yeah, don't be a Dave. There you go.
Dave.
That works. Don't be a Karen. Don't be a Dave.
Dave and Karen make a nice couple.
Yeah. So for all the HR people that are listening that I may have offended, oh well.
Those people.
Should have got a different fucking job.
Do you remember when those people was an issue?
What?
Do you remember when
those people?
Those
yeah,
people.
But those people are HR.
Those people
They're
just
those
don't like what's his face. That's what those people are.
That's right. Look, listen.
What's
those
his name
people-
again? I can't even remember his name. He's been
Don
gone.
Cherry?
Don Cherry?
Don Cherry, yeah.
How can you forget Don Cherry?
No, I'm joking.
He's a
of
Canadian
course.
icon.
Yes, okay. He's a Canadian mouthpiece, is what he is. He's a promotional
thing.
machine.
He's an icon.
He's a
my
sport.
hero.
He knows his shit. He's a sports icon. Yes, he is. Did he played, right? He played with the Leafs or no?
No,
Boston.
he was a minor. He was a minor. I don't even think he played a game in the NHL.
I think he did, Lenny. I think he played 1 or 2 games for Boston.
Maybe, but he was more of an American Hockey League guy. He was more famous as the Boston Bruins head coach.
Yeah.
The only thing I know about hockey is the fact that King Clancy and what's his face there, Harold Ballard, used to sit in the box where my grandfather's seats were just in front of them, so he got to know them. That's the only thing I know about hockey.
Yeah,
I
it
don't
was.
follow it, but I'll go to an NHL game because they're friggin' awesome to watch.
They don't even fight
in the
anymore,
end,
do
like,
they?
Really, those people was kind of the whole. That was really the start of the kind of the cancel culture
Yeah.
getting going.
It was, wasn't it? Yep.
Me Too, Black
Well,
Lives.
in Canada, anyways.
Yeah, it was a big thing.
It's starting to look like we might not have to wear masks soon. Was it Manitoba has already said yes
Nova
to no
Scotia, New
masks?
Brunswick as of midnight tonight.
So you don't need to wear a mask in New Brunswick after tomorrow.
PEI, Newfoundland have all dropped it or are about to drop it. Not good old fucking Nova Scotia.
Well, I'm going to Moncton tomorrow, and I'm going to go, and I'm not going to go anywhere with a mask on.
But you know what? There's some people that are all proud Nova Scotia's leaving the mask on. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, listen, I'm getting tired of the whole argument.
Why did everyone, I guess legally, why did everyone that wanted one go get their arm jab just to still wear a fucking mask?
Actually,
Exactly.
Lenny, you know something? I heard the best thing today on, crazy enough, CNN, when I was flipping through the channels.
Fake news.
No, but he said something very valid. Providence, Rhode Island right now is having an outbreak. They have over 800 people right now that have supposedly have COVID. None of them are in hospital, but they all thought because they got their second dose of vaccine that now they're invincible. So
you're not invincible.
Yeah.
But if you were getting anything more than like a couple days sick in flu, what the fuck did we do all this vaccine for?
This is what they're saying. Because a bunch of them.
I didn't get the vaccine.
No, but I'm a big fat I told you so waiting the whole time, right? Because I think it's a coronavirus. They mutate. I never believed. Listen, I'm hoping the vaccine works. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but there's a reason we never had a vaccine for the flu, for the cold before, because it's hard. It's very hard.
Wait. Let's look at this even better. The pharmaceutical companies are making a fortune off of this. Pfizer is about to make $133 billion off of this vaccine.
Yeah.
This vaccine was rolled out in less than a year of onset of this disease or illness, or face it, it's a fucking cold with the flu. They brought out a vaccine to cure coronavirus. How many trillions of dollars has been spent and raised for cancer research, and they can't fucking do that? Because there's no cure. Nobody's getting cured, and nobody's going to be invincible of coronavirus with this vaccine. This is a money grab.
Well,
it's a great money grab, but it's a money grab.
But in the end, this is what I basically said from the get-go. You can't stop a virus from spreading. You can't stop life from going on. I said there's more to protection and COVID in your health than just the vaccine. I mean, vaccine can even be part of it. But there's things like vitamin D, and we have to get people exercising and eating well. And
ivermectin.
It's funny that no one wants to talk about ivermectin.
No, they don't. Nobody does, because one, it works, and they can't make $133 billion off of it.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's a drug they give you. It's got pretty good data, like to treat you.
So if you
have
COVID,
it,
you get treated.
You don't see it on social media because they fucking pull her down all the time.
Okay.
Before I forget, if anybody wants one of these giant dildo-looking things, it's called the bubbler or the buble. Bubler. Matt said that we were sitting there. He was showing it to me, and he's like, "This is Michael Bublé, Bublé or something like that." I can't remember what he said, but yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, let's call it Bubler instead of
the Bubler.
Yeah, that way we won't get sued.
Well, that way we can go to Montreal.
Fair, I think the guy's name is Michael Bubbles. I don't know where this fucking
Michael Bubbles. It is.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Michael Bubbles. Yeah.
Michael Bubbles. Bubbler. This is Michael Bubbler.
Yeah, Michael Bubbler.
So, anyways, you can get this. You go to shatterizer.ca, and they got all kinds of attachments. This is the kit.
And it's not Marcel. It's Markel.
It's.
Well, no, I'm not going with that one, but.
Marcel Giggles Ginac.
Yeah. What's the price on these things, Al?
Don't know.
Oh.
Well, that's a terrible sales pitch.
But
But they're available on the website.
Oh,
240
Yeah, I was just going to say they're in the $200 range.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they're available on the website yet, but if you want one, if you email them, they'll tell you how to get one.
I'm afraid of breaking the bubbler.
The buble?
The bubbly part.
The buble.
That's the only part that scares me.
I'm stroking your bong.
Yeah, I'm stroking it. No, because I like this so much. So
Matt was listening at the beginning of the show. I know now why he left. I love it. If you like gadgets, and this is a collector's thingy, but you know, I mean, it's.
So you have the S-Pod in yours right now?
I have what?
S-Pod?
I have the
oil
S-Pod
pod?
with full extract, yeah.
With the bubbler.
With the bubbler.
Cool.
Did you get a pod? You had one, didn't you?
I have one.
I sent you.
didn't know.
I sent you some.
No, I have one. I just did. I wasn't sure. I was looking at it the other day, thinking, "Yeah, I should put that S-Pod in there." But
Now
I still had hash in here, so
there's I think there's 2 diameters of the hole with those oil. They call them something, and I can't remember what they call them. God damn. Oh, the oil pod. It's an oil pod.
Compared to the traditional shatterizer, do you really find the water really makes a difference?
Yes,
well,
actually I do.
If you look at it, okay, you got 1, 2, 3 times the amount of area to collect your vapor in there than you do on the regular head, right? So yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
More importantly, if you look at the water, it's hard to see this. Hang on, let me turn that background on. If you look at the water changes color.
Oh no, yours looks a little brown or dirty already.
Right, and that's only a few times using it, right?
Yeah.
That's because the water is acting as a filter.
No, I get it.
So it's taken a lot of crap out. It's kind of like using it's really no different than using a bomb.
The stuff that it's leaving behind, we have found, is mostly wax.
But it's got a nice base that's magnetic, so it stands upright, so you don't spill your water. For all intents and purposes, it's a portable dab rig.
Yeah, man.
Is the best way to look at it.
Yeah.
It's more of a portable dab rig than anything else.
You whip it out and suck on it.
So you can take this. Yeah, you can take this anywhere. Grab a bottle of water, throw some in it.
Anybody who knows me, I have one of these things in my pocket at all times. So yeah,
So
the shatterizer.
my
is
jacket's
great.
always got a shatterizer in it, but it doesn't have this in it because I don't want water all in my pocket.
Well, you know what? I've only had one incident where it has come out the bottom so far, and that's only because it was sitting like that for a long time and being, moved around. And I think that I may have even ended up having it like that at some point.
Yeah. But it's also a very small amount of water that's in there.
Like the shatterizer, there's only a tablespoon or so. Like the shatterizer's regular top, you can get the regular tops. You can get black, silver, and glass for the regular tops that fit this as well.
All right.
It's the same. It's the same as a regular shatterizer. You can just put on a regular top. Here, I'll put on a top.
The other thing that's cool about this, though, is remember before the light only lit up on the button itself?
Yeah, it lights up the whole bowl at night.
This one, the whole bowl actually lights up.
You shut the lights off, it's kind of cool. It's twippy. So
my new bong glows in the dark, the whole bong.
So there you go. So the battery, that's just a regular shatterizer now.
That glass one that you got?
We're going to find out here in a second because I'm going to put it underneath that light.
Did I ever tell you guys about the one that I got from Lyft when we were there?
No.
I got a silicone.
Yes, your glass dildo that you thought it was sitting on the stand. Yeah.
I got a silicone bong at Lyft because last day they were basically giving shit away. So I brought this thing home. Never thought about it. It's kind of pink tie-dye type thing. Never thought about it. Set it on the dresser and forgot about it. Woke up in the middle of the night, looked over, and all I could see was this big glowing dildo. And I could not figure out what the hell it was. I actually had to get out of bed and go and see what this thing was that was glowing.
Chrissy, did you buy something new?
Yeah. And it still hasn't been used.
I have, like I said at the beginning of the show, I have one bong that has a dab thingy on it, and that's all I have. And if you're here and you want to use it, you're more than welcome to, but don't ask me to clean it because I don't use it.
I have a we have a silicone bong dab rig.
I don't think that.
I've always wanted one of those silicone ones.
It's great because it's hooked up to the email and it just stays there all the time. So
yeah, emails scare me. I used to burn my fingers all the time on the emails at the lounge.
No, my thing don't go in the dark.
You would burn your fingers more on an e-nail than a red hot glowing nail from a torch.
Yeah, those scare me, man.
Yeah, e-nails, you're fucking right. I burnt my fingers on them there about a month and a half ago, and it was fucking hurt.
I just know
in
not to
tidying up
grab onto the
tidying
email,
up the lounge, people leave them on, and you don't know that, and you go to move it, and you're
That's
just
what
like,
it was with me. I didn't know it was fun.
right? So it happens.
I don't use the one here, so I learned a long time ago to put my hand over it to see if there's any heat coming off it before I go close to
I
it.
should get an e-nail, though, I guess. I should.
It
But
is
convenient if you do a lot of dabbing.
I have...
It's
I
really
have,
convenient, especially if you're having a party or something like that with a bunch of people there.
I have my nectar collector. I have the big nectar collector as well. It's about, I should. Yeah, you won't really see it. It's getting dark in here.
Up behind you.
No,
Nice
but
light
I mean,
behind you.
in general, it's getting dark in here.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, it is nighttime. It's fucking pitch black out here.
it's.
It is 9 o'clock for you, Al. So.
Yep, it is. You need a rubber cock ring, Hillary.
What?
You have to talk to your husband about that.
I have to talk to your husband about that.
Just needs the rubber cock ring.
There's guys in his glass dildos.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I know. No. Cock rings aren't made up as, they're not, they're hard to use. And they hurt.
I had to put that bong in the closet so it wouldn't keep me awake at night.
On that note.
You should say goodnight, Al.
I'm going to watch a movie shortly.
We should play the song.
I should play the song? All right.
People know we're leaving.
Okay. We'll play the song.
Goodbye, people.
Goodbye, people. Good night, guys.
So what are you doing? Nothing. Why not?
Trying to get on this Lifestyle Radio website.
Sounds like a cool website.
Yeah, it's alright. Oh, wait, I might have it.
You might have it.
You're listening to Lifestyle Radio.
The opinions expressed during this show are those of the individual participants and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of their associated organizations or Lifestyle Radio.
Go enjoy your bong, Lenny.